What up, internet? Let's do a little, I don't know, kind of quick video on this contraption. It's an S10 V8. What more is there to say than that? I had one, I think how old I am. Yeah, I had one 20 years ago. Ooh, 20 years ago, and it was not nearly this nice. And this isn't that nice, but this has a floor and a good frame and a nice engine. A lot more going for it. So this truck started out life as a 1991 GMC Sonoma, and it was driven for 330,000 kilometers, and I think that's probably when the speedometer stopped. But it was a 2.5 Iron Duke, 5-speed, 2-wheel drive, run-of-the-mill, you know, El Cheapo S10. I got drove a lot. Had a hunting camper on it, I'm told, for quite a while. We get this nice patch of patina. You can even see a little bit of tuck tape where they would have sealed the camper. I love it. I think that's awesome. It's just clean, you know. I cleaned it up some, but it was a clean truck to start with. The paint was so oxidized. I bought it V8 swapped, and the guy he took the motor out. He wanted it for another project. He had a nice motor in it, and the transmission I got with the truck. I bought the truck as a roller, but it didn't even roll because I saved some money, and he kept his rims and tires. I had these sitting around, and he had an aluminum radiator, and I'll get into that in a minute. But I bit the bullet. It had a lot going for it, and I literally brought it home, and like the whole truck was like, just pink. You can't even really tell here, but just pink. And I literally took a green scrubby pad and some soap and give it the old, is this gonna fuck it or fix it? And well, I put some cut wax on it by hand, not even knowing what I was doing. It's dirty as shit now, but I love it. It's the original color. It's got wear. I love that. I love the body of the truck. It's got dents, it's got wear, it's not rusted out. I touched up the paint down here a little bit there. Put the chrome moldings on. They were cheap, so I thought that was a good add-on. But I just wanted a cool old S10. I mean, what you know, it's a mini truck. So let's get into the ins and outs of this little beast. So let's start up here. It's just the stock factory hood. He had cut it out. The guy before me that did put a V8 in it for the first time, he had cut it out. So it's cut out for a high-rise dome and a 14-inch air cleaner. I've got a nice dome on there. I didn't need it. I might get a cowl hood someday, but that's a 80s, even maybe 82, 84 Mustang GT hood scoop. It's actually backwards on this truck. Funny enough, my S10 years ago had no hood scoop, and I had one of those from a parts car, and I put it on that way. So I just got back 20 years later what I already had. But let's see what's under that randy hood. You can look at that antifreeze light while I put the hood rod up. Yeah, okay, let's get going. So that is a pretty freshly rebuilt 355 small block. It's an 010. This is one of the motors. I had a lot of cars. Let's start there. This is actually number 100 vehicles. This is, I saved it for something special. I've had a lot of shit. I've had a lot of cool stuff, old stuff, not some new stuff. I can't afford that, but anyway, this motor I bought, it was supposed to go into a race truck, and it was, but it never got raced. So it had like 0 miles, just break in. I got a really good deal on it. And that was after I had talked to the guy about the truck and knew I needed a motor. And I could have, if it wouldn't have been set up for small block already, yeah, I've got a LS, you know, outside there, just a 4.8 with shorty headers and junky 4L60, but I wouldn't even bother with that. But And I talked to him, and he was up, you know, pretty straightforward. He said it's already set up for the small block, and you could literally just drop one in there if it ran, and you know, it's all there. So I did. I bought that, and I said it's 010. I don't know much about it. This is weird for me. I don't know everything about this engine. I don't know the life of it. I know roughly where it was built in 2018, but I can't verify what was done. I can see it's got a Hawaiian dome. It's like a mid-ride. It's not at all. It's nice. It's shiny. You know, it's got ARP studs in the head, so I do know that. I took the valve covers off and just checked everything I could inside. The plugs looked good for what little bit it had ran, and I mean, the oil hasn't really used any oil. Still running a mechanical pump for now, because I'm not doing anything spectacular. It's 355 that runs. It's got a lumpy cam. I guess mother thumper cam is what they told me it was, but I can't verify that either. And yeah, it's a 650 vacuum secondaries ollie. It was a fresh rebuild. I got to tune it a little bit more just for cold starts, and the choke's not hooked up yet, and neither is the kickdown cable. I've got a bracket to try to make this work, and I've got the ball, but I don't know where that's going in the last 6 months, so I have to buy another kit. So then we go to the ignition. It's MSD. That's a 6 EFI. It doesn't have the chips. It's got the rev limiters in here, by 100s and 1000s. There's a little clip you pull off. I kind of cleaned the wiring up a little bit when I got it, and it goes to an MSD pickup in there, and looks pretty damn good.